We have not done a badass of the week. The opposite of complaining about fatigue and sunshine. Badasses don't give a fuck. So we haven't done it in a while. So I compiled stats over the last 15 games because that's what you told me to do. And then
That's right.
Then you question my stats when I sent them to you.
Well, this goes back to everyone wants to use AI. So I said, just so I had like some figures up, I said, hey, well, Colson Montgomery's, I get a stat over like, I'm running sock stats, and it says, over the last 15 games, Colson Montgomery's had 8 home runs.
Oh, that's another lesson to you kids. Do not trust AI because that is false.
Yes.
It's only had 7. It must be 16 games. They must have been calculating everything before last night or something. Or?
It gives you a footnote. So I clicked on the footnote after.
Plus or minus 1?
No, it pulled from some article from days ago where it was within a 15-game span.
Yeah, don't do that.
Anyway, that's that. But I guess since we're in badass of the last 15 games officially, we will start off with Colson Montgomery, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you brought this up before we even started putting together notes for this show, and I had heard how well he had been playing. It's kind of amazing. Well, we talked about it briefly in episode 173, the Living Deadline. How he went to batting camp for a while and figured things out, and had been shitty throughout his minor league career, even this year, and then comes up to the majors and crushing the ball to the point we had to put him in the badass of the week nomination list.
Well, he did switch to a torpedo bat, FYI. I don't know if you knew that.
There you go.
Torpedo bats make everything better. So we'll start off with White Sox shortstop / third baseman because he's got a fucking gun for an arm. Colson Montgomery, 10 runs, 7 home runs, 15 ribby. That's an RBI a game. 882 OPS.
Yeah.
I don't. Go ahead.
Those are solid numbers. That's a very worthy badass of the week. It's been a while since you've had any White Sox in the badass of the week conversation. So I was happy to see that there. But you have even more White Sox on the list, which I was completely unaware of.
Yes, the guy who you heard about, Lenin Sosa, maybe never going to live up to his potential under the last 2 coaching staffs, been sent up and down over and over again. Seems with the new coaching staff, he is living up to his potential. He's led offensively all second basemen in Major League Baseball since July 1st. But over the last 15 games, 10 runs, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs, and he's getting a lot of extra base hits. So he's a 977 OPS. Boom.
Is he more of a badass of the White Sox than Colson Montgomery?
It's hard to...
At the higher OPS right there.
It is a higher OPS.
2 fewer home runs?
Yeah, couple home runs there.
Oh, imagine if you had that 8th home run.
RBIs.
If you could grant that 8th home run for Montgomery.
I am through
change
AI.
Everything.
AI has granted him an 8th home run.
What would they do with his OPS?
Very tight race over these, I feel like, first 3. And then Kerry Carpenter, who he just came back from injury, right?
He did.
Yeah. 10 runs, 5 home runs, 13 ribby, 1154 OPS. So he's got the best OPS out of this gang.
He's got fewer home runs, fewer RBI. RBI I throw in there, but that's kind of an unfair thing to do because it doesn't really that's dependent obviously on others. But runs, home runs, OPS is my guiding stat. 1153, is that what it was?
1154.
Oh, I shortchanged him. Sorry about that, Gary. That's incredible. It's everything the Tigers need as they've been a little bit struggling on the offensive side. He's been incredible. So we've got a couple other people on the list, though.
We got Matt Shaw, who's looking like he is possibly the third baseman of the future for the Chicago Cub. 8 run.
He did not look like that to start the season.
No.
He didn't look like he was even going to be a major leaguer, and then he kind of figured things out. And he's basically their whole offense at this point. No one else is hitting. He's been hitting like a motherfucker. So enough to put him on the badass of the week nomination list.
He's got 8 runs, 4 homers, 7 ribby, 2 stolen bases, and an 891 OPS. So.
Yeah, the OPS is not to Sosa or Carpenter's level, and certainly not the home runs. But it's an impressive week. I threw in the stolen bases. He's the only guy on the list that has any stolen bases in that time, which is nice. But yeah, I don't think he quite qualifies for our full badass of the week. But I was happy to put him on the list.
And then we got a token pitcher, I guess we'll call it, since
Yeah.
it's we love offense here, but we like pitching too. And it's definitely worth mentioning. I heard the stat the other day. Cade Horton for the Cubs, almost reminding you of a Jake Arrieta in his prime. 28.1 scoreless inning streak. His longest streak in MLB this year.
Yeah, that's.
And I think he just let up one run yesterday.
Yeah, that was
finally.
It.
Yeah,
and they won the game, so it didn't matter. But yeah, he has been incredible. Again, I'm a little worried about how many innings he's going to actually be able to pitch down the stretch here. He's been the Cubs' best pitcher in the second half for sure. So how long that can actually be sustained is a big question mark. And if they plan to have a deep run in the playoffs, they're going to have to conserve his innings to have him available. So. But I wanted to mention that's the only pitcher I brought up on the list. It's so hard to compare pitchers and batters, but I just thought it was worth mentioning just because that scoreless inning streak was not only remarkable for him for a 23-year-old, but it is the best in baseball this season.
I mean,
so where do we go? How do we land on our badass of the week? This is going to be an interesting conversation. I'm not sure there's a one obvious standout like we typically have. Where do we want to go with this?
I mean, for me, I'm still leaning towards Colson Montgomery. He's had an incredible run over these 15 games. He's had an incredible run over 18 games. It's 10 home runs. So if you throw, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. Like three more.
You could have told me to look over 18 games, and I would have. Done it.
Yeah. So I mean, I know that's not what we're talking about here, but I just think he's been such a bright spot for me as a White Sox fan. So
I like Kerry Carpenter. He's one of my favorite players. The OPS is overwhelming. It's so much better than everybody else on the list. Yet that comes because of doubles and not home runs, because he has fewer home runs than anybody but Shaw, I think. So I think it's cool that we're actually talking about White Sox finally on this list, because it got a little bit redundant. I think I'll be magnanimous there and give the nomination to Colson Montgomery.
All right. Well, I'm going to say it this week. Colson Montgomery, you are our badass of the week.
I'm sure he's very happy about that. But
I'm going to let him know.
Yeah.
I'll tell Len to bring it up on the air, my bud.
Yeah, forward them the segment once I post it this weekend.
I will. Len, check it out.
Word Hole Media.